One call made me 100 grand, but when I turned around, a stranger was already rushing at my family.
Stop!
I ran with everything I had, still couldn't stop what was coming. In just a few seconds, my beloved wife and daughter were both gone. Later, I learned it was a random attack, and I completely shut down. Maybe if I hadn't taken that $1 million job, I could have been there to protect them. A whole year passed in a blur. The company I built had already collapsed. Now I was just a cab driver. Every time I climbed this rooftop, I'd play my wife's old voice message. Just a few short lines, but I've replayed it 1,000 times. Years of grief finally broke me, and I sank into depression. One day, a passenger talked about his son, how fearless he was on the field. I smiled and nodded, but deep down, I thought of my daughter. I still remember that one day I skipped all my meetings just to be with her. She was so happy, teaching me a dance. Those moments are gone forever. Maybe heaven heard my sorrow as I waited by the curb. I spotted a little girl who looked just like her. For a second, I thought I was dreaming, until her dad tapped on my window. That's when I snapped out of it. But then they got into the car and started fighting. Non-stop, the girl sat in the middle saying nothing. I checked the rearview mirror. The more I looked, the more she reminded me of her. I didn't say anything, just made sure they got home safe. But when we arrived, the couple were still yelling at each other. I grabbed their stuff to help, turned around, and realized the little girl was still sitting quietly in the back. I gently asked if she wanted to get out. She stepped out and walked slowly toward the house. And for some reason, a wave of sadness washed over me. She must have felt it too, because she turned back and gave me a soft hug from behind. The parents saw it and panicked, yelled at her like I was some creep. But for me, that hug broke something inside. I stood there gasping for air, like I could finally breathe. Maybe that was the first time my heart let go of some pain. Don't know how long I sat there, but eventually, I climbed back into the car. And outside the window, the sun was still shining bright.